T-Mobile version, and there's a fucking cop, and I hope he doesn't touch me, but he might come after me. What's up, guys? I'm back. Back from the dead, doing a little bit of a vlog and an update story. Somebody named Mark, he commented on my S8 video, and he asked me, now that it's been a while, how do I like it? Did I install any custom ROMs? Did I remap the Bixby button and all that? I am an iPhone user. Right now I'm recording with an iPhone. That's my daily driver. I still have the Samsung, but with a bit of a change. For the weird lighting, whatever. So the one that he's talking about, it was a European version of the S8 Plus, and it was rootable. So I rooted the phone, and it was unlocked, and that's that. It's a great phone, don't get me wrong. It's an awesome phone. The only thing is that I'm an iPhone user. I used an iPhone since it came out, and that was it wasn't my first smartphone. Nokia was my first smartphone. But it is a great phone. It has a lot of features. The camera's great. The screen is amazing. But at the same time, it's just the Android experience. It's just, it's not me. It's not for me. At least not now. It's a lot of options, and I don't want options. Salute. I don't want 5 billion clicks to get into a setting that, you know, you on the iPhone you get it with like 2 or 3. I don't know. I just like it confuses me. I can figure it out. It's not that hard to figure out, but I'd rather not have to figure out. But somebody that used an Android, they're used to that. They already know that option. They know where to go. They know all that. But coming from an outsider, just trying to learn the system, it's confusing for me. And sometimes I get overwhelmed because it's like, well, I don't want to have that many options. I just want it to work. I don't want options. So yeah, now to answer your question about if I installed any ROMs, if I redid the Bixby, stuff like that. At the time that I was rooting, first of all, I got rid of that phone. I sold it for a couple of reasons, which I'll mention. But I do have another S8 Plus, but this is a T-Mobile version. It's not unlocked one. I did unlock it because I paid it outright, so it is unlocked. But it is a T-Mobile version, and there's a fucking cop, and I hope he doesn't touch me, but he might come after me. Sorry guys, I had to redo it because there was a cop. Kind of scared me. And then also the camera angle dropped because this holder is kind of shitty right now. Anyways, I got rid of my S8, the unlocked version, the European version. I got the T-Mobile version in the US. Paid it outright, unlocked it, so it is unlocked, but still T-Mobile version. Couple of reasons. So, yeah, when I rooted that phone, I rooted it. I really had no idea what I'm doing because it was my I'm new to Android. I do have the 5X, Nexus 5X, but it's a completely different game on that phone. And that one I actually rooted. I have Resurrection Remix mod on it, ROM on it, and it's great. It's perfect. As far as the S8 Plus, I did root it. I did remap the Bixby. I played around with a couple of like custom kernels, a couple of there was no ROMs. It was like based on the stock firmware, but they had like bat stock, and they had Jesse's kernel. They had, I don't know, they had this weird shit, or like Snow Revolution or something like that, that basically it would put themes or like extra shit on your phone. It was nice. It was all right, but I lost Samsung Pay. Obviously, you lose Knox with with Samsung, and a couple other things when you root the phone. You always have to play this cat and mouse game of Google releasing stuff and breaking the safety net, which safety net, like I had to learn all this, is this security check from Google for some of the apps to work, like Android Pay, Samsung Pay even. But Samsung Pay takes that to another level because they have Knox, and if you root the phone or put a custom firmware on it, it trips the Knox and you're done. There's no way to bring it back, and it voids your warranty as well. So anyways, so yeah, I did all that. It was all right, but I just didn't have. There's a detour. You just have to listen to it. Telling me where I'm going. So I did all that. I remapped. I installed those custom things, but it just wasn't for me. The Knox was tripped. There was no Samsung Pay. There was no other games, or not. There was other stuff with the safety net. It just wasn't for me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm all about jailbreaking. My iPhone right now, I have the iPhone 7 Plus, jailbroken. Love it. Wouldn't have it another way. Let me tell you that. Like iPhones, I will not have them without jailbreak. In the case of S8 Plus, first of all, I'm not in that Android scene that much, so I didn't know a lot about it. But when you rooted the phone, you didn't get, like, the pros and cons just didn't match up, at least in my case, because like I said, a lot of things stopped working. Apple, yeah, they like some of the apps, it says, oh, it cannot run on a jailbroken phone, but there's always somebody that comes up with a way to bypass it. Nobody can bypass Knox right now because it is what it is, and it is designed to do that. The pros are less than cons, and I had to get rid of the phone because I wasn't having the full experience, and I wanted the full experience. So on this phone, pretty cool. I have a full experience. It's not rooted. It's the T-Mobile version. It can't be rooted yet. And if you can, the only way I'm gonna do it is if there's a way to do it that it doesn't trip Knox, and then yeah, I would do that. To just say I can, to just have it just in case if you gotta do something, if you want to do something. But other than that, dude, Mark, the phone is great. I love the phone. Ask me why, I don't really know. It's just sexy. The screen is great. It's just fluid. You know, the screen up and down, left and right, whatever. There's no glitches. There's nothing like that. Bixby works. I mean, it's fine. It just works. I'm not a big fan of Siri or Bixby. I don't really use them. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I did all that. I got tired of it because cons are way more than pros. And honestly, at this point, I do not recommend rooting a Samsung, especially from my experience. There might be people out there that do so much more with rooting than I did, but I didn't do anything. The only things that I did with the root was just kind of mess around with the kernel, just kind of mess around with the battery life, with some of the apps. But other than that, it was just like fiddly things. It was just like, oh, let me see what does this do, and it was like, okay, well, it did that, cool. Now let me bring it back to stock, and then you have to go through the whole process. It just wasn't worth it for me. It just wasn't the experience. It wasn't all that. I'd rather have Samsung Pay. You just keep your phone there where you swipe the card and it goes through. It's just great. It gives you points. The points are kind of bullshit, I'm sorry, because you need so many points. You need so many purchases per month that it doesn't even make it worth it. But it's still something. Apple Pay doesn't give you anything. So I'm still new to this scene. What I would like it to happen is have Samsung Pay just like Apple Pay to be able to pay in apps, to be paying all that. And oh, Mark, another thing about just the phone itself, everybody complains about the fingerprint scanner. Yes, it is an awkward situation right next to the fucking camera. It basically is designed to only work with your index finger, or if you want to turn around the phone and put your thumb on it, be my guest, but that's even more awkward-er. But you get used to it. Muscle memory. I sometimes even do it to my iPhone right now. I just go in the back and it's like, oh wait, that's the Apple logo. So it's awkward. It is a bad positioning, but it's one of those things you just get used to it. So don't worry about that. A lot of people complain. It's a great piece of technology. Amazing phone. Amazing phone. Like I said, iPhone is still my daily driver. Probably not gonna change for a while. I do have an Galaxy S8 Plus in gray, fully unlocked. It was a T-Mobile version, fully unlocked. You can use GSM, CDMA. I have it for sale. If you guys want to Venmo me or whatever, just message me on here, comment, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna go out and say, oh, it's $700. That's my minimum. I'm not gonna go any lower. It's $840 out there right now, so I'm just gonna sell it for $700. If you're interested, shoot me a message, do a comment, something, get a hold of me, and we'll talk about, how to ship it and how to get the money and all that. All right, make sure you guys comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Please share. Sorry for the awkward lighting. Sorry for my awkward face. Just woke up, going to work. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Mark, for posting a comment. I hope I answered your question. If I did not, please leave another comment. I'll make another video for you. And yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Have a nice day.